Hi everyone, welcome to our Pendragon game prologue episode, I think 7. That's what I wrote, so it might be wrong. We'll find out later.
7 sounds right.
7 sounds right.
Year 481. We left off in the last session with you all in the creepy forest. But let's do a quick round of introductions. I'm Bob. I run the game. I'm doing a lot better than I was.
And you
in
do a
previous
lovely
weeks.
job of it too.
Thank you. I try really hard.
You're fine.
I'll start chewing gum later. Then down to Thomas.
Hello, I'm Thomas. I am playing Sir Goratrix. Sir Goratrix is having not quite a crisis of faith. He knows witches exist. He's just terrified of them now. It's a redoubling of faith.
And Mark.
All right. Hello, I am Mark, and I am playing Sir Edward, who is currently having some troubles with family members that have been kidnapped, and what he is pretty sure is some satanic ritual of some sort. So, yeah, he's not doing great.
Oh. Had better days for sure. Liam.
Definitely.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm playing Sir Dalan of Durnford. And Dalan's kind of riding the high of saving Edward's life not too long ago. So we're, things could be a lot better, certainly. There's strung up dead children and people that we know. So, it could be better, but, here for the good times. So we'll see where this goes.
So, yeah, so far, Goratrix's dad has been killed. Sir Edward's mother has been kidnapped. And Sir Dalan, we'll see.
And Sir Dalan is there.
It's okay, you guys. Sir Dalan got their trauma out of the way before the campaign started. We don't need to go into that again, right?
I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us at all. Of course not.
Yeah, please, let's not go there again. All right.
There's just a burst of hallucinogenic fog, and then suddenly they're back in the tent.
That was great, though. I watched that scene a couple of times. Yeah. All right. So when we last left off, Sir Dalan just had an arrow fly right by their head.
Yes.
So we're gonna kick things off the right way with combat.
Sounds like an initiative roll to me. Goodness.
So it's a little interesting in this case. It's pretty much just dex. Highest dex goes first. But you're dealing exclusively right now. So there are a contingent of knights with you. So it's kind of like a skirmish. So I'm only going to set you guys up. It's more cinematic than some of the other things we did. I'm only going to set you up with the combats and the people you're facing right now. So you see all 4 of the people that are directly facing off you. You see 3 cultists, all in yellow garb, all with white-looking masks, with bows, and one with a dagger, who seems to be closing distance towards you, as the other 3 fire off. So let's go ahead and just figure out what Edward, Goratrix, and Dalan's dex are.
Mine is 11.
Dex of 12.
I've got a fancy little 10, so.
Okay.
How is Goratrix more dexterous than you?
I am a very strong person. That's where all my stuff went into.
Okay. One sec. Apparently the music's loud, so and now I've got a blown up face of Thomas. It's me.
Ooh,
there
yes, yeah, I'm looking at the stream. You can see a patch of my wall. And Mark's wall too. And
Looks
Bob's
like
shoulder. There we go. Back to normal.
Hopefully that audio is more effective.
How's that? We'll just make sure it's all working.
Let me listen. Yeah. Serpentine says it's fine.
Alright. it was just that. So we didn't say much there, which is great.
Sounds a lot better to me. I would. No, never mind. Nope, it's good. Never mind.
Step it down slightly more.
I would maybe put it down just like a 2% or 3% more. Yeah.
You think we work in drag bars, not perception or percentage.
That's where the boy had to die. He was
There,
perfect.
there we go. We'll work with that. So it was Edward, then Goratrix, then Dalan, I believe, based on what was given to me. Is that accurate?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So Edward, there's the one that just fired at Dalan. You see one with their bow trained at you, and another with their bow trained at Goratrix. There are others amongst the crowd. The other knights in your contingent are facing off. Right? So this is just like what your immediate surroundings are. It's just to narrow it down a bit so that it's not some big, long, drawn-out, uneventful thing.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to let you know, or I think everybody's cameras are frozen now.
Oh,
Good time.
yeah.
1 sec.
And you can't even see me do the technical difficulties dance.
I know, it's horrifying. Well, I can because I've got you pulled up on Discord, so I'm
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Exactly. We
happy.
can all see each other on Discord, but people on stream missing out. Remember, if you join, the
There, that should
Pendragon,
restore it. So
let us see.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's functioning.
all right, now Thomas, you got to ward off that from occurring with the dance.
It's like
you must
rain
continue
dancing,
it the
but in
whole time
reverse.
through. So Edward, there's
There it is.
We'll call it enemies or bowmen, archers 1, 2, and 3. 1 will be on you, 2 will be on targeted Thomas, and the third it's already fired and missed Dalan.
Alright.
I said Edward, Goratrix I meant. And then there is the daggerman. It's not clear who he's going after at this point. He's moving down the slight hill, heading towards the tree. What do you want to do?
Well, Edward is just going to pull out his sword and charge at the nearest one to slice them down. Whichever one's closest, really. I guess we'll say.
The archers are not super close.
Okay.
But you can get to them and swing this round.
Okay, they're
Otherwise,
they're
it's
probably
boring.
the bigger threat. So yeah, he'll definitely gallop across the forest with his sword drawn and take a swing at probably one that's already fired, number
Okay.
3.
I'm gonna get you to go ahead. Are you actually swinging your sword?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to test horsemanship and just not botch.
Okay.
Sounds
Here we
fine.
go.
First roll of the night.
Here we go. 6 of
Hey.
that.
There you go.
3 on 10.
Hey.
Right. So you, despite the difficult terrain, you're able to navigate the forest very well. You reach your opponent, and you may go ahead and swing.
Alright. I'm sorting him. Do I get a +5 being on horse if they're on the ground?
Yes, you
I don't
do.
remember if that was the thing. Woo! Alright. Value 5. That's a success.
Oh yeah.
That's only a 6.
Yeah.
So the way archers work is they don't actually contest your roll like another melee opponent would. They just get hit. So
Yeah. He's not having a good time, I imagine.
yeah.
No.
So that is
Alright, roll damage.
Yeah.
I think you deserve to decapitate this fella at some point here. I think
Oh.
21.
That's pretty close because this guy does not have armor on whatsoever.
Oh,
so,
jeez.
yeah, he's just
I believe you could have rolled 66 if you're on your warhorse.
No, because that's only if I was using my.
only if you're charging.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah. All right. So that is Edward. Edward just in a single swing, just kind of carries his sword right through the guy, and just cuts him down in one fierce swing. His mask falls to the ground, and which is very clearly wooden, just by the inside of it, you see it fall off his face. And he's in a bloody pile. And then the camera turns to Goratrix.
Goratrix grins at the prospect of an enemy he can fight, and a bad one at that. He says to everyone, "Shields up, watch for more arrows. Except for that one, I'm going for that one." And he is going to move for the archer who is aimed at him. Could I get there if I am off my horse?
Are you off your horse?
I think I was currently on because we were galloping there. We were following the trail on our horses. Could I get off, move on foot there, or would I have to ride my horse?
To the archer, no. Not
Gotcha.
to be able to swing this turn.
In that case, I'm going on my horse.
Right. So same rule applies. Give me the horsemanship roll.
All right, let's hope I succeed. The House of Winterbourne Stoke is known for its good riders and its horses and being sneaky.
Just to make sure I give you
Goratrix
the
is
full
good at two
data.
of them.
Sorry, just want to make sure I give you the full data. You could reach the Daggerman because he's coming down the hill to meet you on foot.
I'm hoping the Daggerman gets to me while I make myself a target, but I don't want to get shot with an arrow. Arrows
Okay.
are bad.
Roger.
Success on horsemanship.
I can't wait for the Benny Hill style skit here of us all trying to take damage for the others. Like
Yes.
racing each other to get hurt first.
Exactly. Goratrix cries, "For Winterbourne Stoke!" as he comes up and very heroically hits the archer with his sword from a horse.
All right.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how the damage goes.
Alright, let's... that is a hit, and fortunately, not contested.
Again, archer's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and... Yeah, wait. Go ahead and give me damage. Yeah, sorry. I was... brain was malfunctioning there for a second.
22 damage.
Go ahead and describe the cut here.
Goratrix's sword is large. For a sword, it is well suited for him, well balanced. It is one that his father actually gave to him, the father that these people killed, and he swings in a very graceful arc and straight through the neck of this guy, avoiding the mask and just the head. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
So this is a scene in Monty Python when the guy's being interviewed, and the rider comes by and...
Yes, comes by and does that. It's exactly that, but instead of interviewing, the guy was trying to kill me with an arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end, Goratrix wheels the horse around to look at the Daggerman and go, "You, stab me!"
Go ahead and make an awareness roll, Goratrix.
Absolutely. I hope I didn't behead an innocent person.
Hey, that historian had a
Failure.
knife, all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is a failure. A pretty bad one, but not a fumble.
And the camera cuts over to Dalan.
All right. So, give me the rundown real fast. There's three
So
archers left.
There's one archer out of the three that were currently trained at you remaining. And then there's
Gotcha.
a Daggerman moving down towards the three of you to try and stabity stab. Those are your
I'm
two
most-
most obvious targets right now.
Yeah, I'm most concerned about the archers, I think, because our horses are going to give us a pretty strong advantage against a man with a knife. So I'm going to chart down that last. I'm going to run down that last knightman, bowman, horsemanship, and then sword,
Yes. You bet.
and then no modifier for horseman, right?
No, not for horseman,
Okay,
but
cool,
yes
cool.
for sword.
Oh,
Right?
it's not a
the-
botch.
Not the end of the world, yeah. So all that means is that you're going to lose your +5 bonus for being on horse. Basically, the terrain, he's kind of moving a little bit and using the terrain around him, and you're struggling to get access to him while mounted.
Yeah. I played Mountain Blade on stream last
Right?
week, and I kept missing with the horse and sword. I understand how this works. Alrighty, cool.
Sir Dalan's experiencing high ping.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hit, and because it's an archer, that's a good hit. So go
Very
ahead and give
nice.
us a sword damage.
Sword damage.
Smack him, smack him, smack.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
All right. So despite the bowman actually kind of sidestepping you a bit, you manage to. We'll turn it over to you, Liam, to describe
Yeah.
your killing
So
blow.
Sir Dalan rides in and hearing Goratrix shout for House Winterborn Stoke, Dalan's gonna shout for justice and like just cleave this man on the way past.
That's more
It's gonna-
globally apropos. I like it.
It's gonna be way more embarrassing. Innocent for some reason. This is just a strange misunderstanding. Like, oh, we thought you were a deer. I didn't.
We will get you to go ahead and test awareness as well.
Oh, lovely. To see if they're actually not attacking us.
you-
Lovely.
Oh,
Hey!
critical.
Guys, go ahead and take awareness first and foremost.
Hell yes. That's an important one to have.
Yes.
You hear a whisper on the wind. Something very. Well, it makes the hairs on the back of your neck and your arms kind of stand straight up. And you hear just the faintest. Guess you can tell it's a name. You hear.
Oh, don't like that.
We're fighting the Court of the Yellow King. Beautiful.
No, don't like that, but I don't know anything about that. So while I'm disturbed, I need to continue stabbing. So we're not gonna think about that too hard at this moment.
Okay. So we're gonna go into round 2. What I gave you were basically the priority targets. Like you guys are, you're trained knights. You know who your priority targets are and what's around you. Now that you've dealt with those archers, the other knights in your contingent are fighting back a greater group of archers. The three of you see at your position a group of, more like melee opponents. Most of them using what would otherwise be peasant-styled weaponry. So the best they have is a dagger, hose, and other farming utilities of sorts, and a couple of spears. So to position this round, we're going to have 2 spearmen, the daggerman that was moving to attack you, which I will complete before we begin this round, right? And we'll start a new round. And then there are 3 with kind of less effective peasant weapons, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So
The spear drawer are I because pointy and horsey, and the other ones will cause damage if they hit us. Faster armor.
All right. So the folk with Goratrix, the one with the dagger, kind of
He listened to
seeing you
me.
blow past him, he moves to kind of stick you from behind, so to speak.
I did ask him to, so
That will hit, but he, you can't really evade it, because you are not attacking him at the same time.
got you. So it's not that I can contest it.
Right. But your, how does this work then? Your armor still applies. Your shield will not.
Yeah.
So there's a really good chance that he can't do anything useful to you here. we'll
He has
find
to
out.
beat a 16.
Yep.
He does not.
Yeah. So despite his best effort, the blow glances.
Ow, ow, ow. What? Ow! You're fast.
All right, and then we begin the next round. So there's the daggermen, 2 spearmen, 3 men with peasant weapons. And we go back to the top of the round with Edward.
Alright. Edward is going to ride out against one of the spearmen and attempt to strike them down with his sword.
Okay. I believe Spearman is the only thing that cancels out the Horseman.
I think it was either Spearman or Pikeman or both.
They have long things.
Yeah.
Whole arm.
I would imagine so. It makes sense.
We played Total War.
So you can go ahead and give me, again, Horsemanship, and then Horsemanship you're testing to see if you retain your bonus or you receive a negative, or botch and something bad goes.
Yeah. Let's go... Oh, that's a fumble.
I picked a bad time to drink water.
Okay.
That happens.
I'm gonna say there's a slight downhill, and your horse sort of steps wrong, and you're actually just thrown from your horse because your horse tumbles too at the same time.
There you go.
Go ahead and give me just 1d6. This is just automatic damage.
Okay. 6, 3.
You take 3 damage directly, no armor.
Yeah.
Just represents probably what could be a minor head injury, just losing your breath, whatever it is, right? Rolling your ankle, who knows?
Yeah.
I'll leave that piece to you. Actually, do you want to describe it? Because it's still a narratively interesting.
Sure. I imagine probably it's he just goes face forward to the ground and his head smacks up against his helmet. And there's like a little bit of blood that begins to trail down it as he pulls himself to his feet. And pointing out from between his helmet and the rest of his armor. He probably looks kind of dazed as he's looking around.
I'm gonna give this to it because I think it's more interesting than just lose a turn. You can still take an action this round against your opponent, but it'll be at -10 because of everything that happened.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Edward would still do it. He's kind of in a blind rage.
That's what I.
I would imagine to the effect of, while the other ones have shouted things of nobility, for Winterbone Stoke, for justice, it's just Edward shouting, "Die!"
Yeah, there were no what you call those passions rolled for this one, right?
Unless he's a Saxon.
Yeah, there should be a.
Are they Saxons?
Die passion, die. Can I roll that passion?
Wants to kill.
Yeah.
I have that written in
passion,
L-Kit 10.
murder.
I believe that's listed under your vices somewhere, if I remember.
-10.
I want to roll reverse honor.
Here we go. That's a failure.
Okay. So
Just kind of swings wild.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll cut over to. So obviously the blow does not reach its target, and we'll cut over to Goratrix.
Edward, hold on. I'll be right there. 1 second. He says to the dagger man trying to stab at him, and he is going to slice from his horse.
Okay.
Can I get a hiya?
The dagger
Yeah.
man
we
will
go.
be trying to attack you in turn, but he doesn't have that high of a skill. But he could critical. So let's just see. Yeah, he just misses
Fail.
altogether. So apply your full damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Heads off. I'm thinking. 32.
He's swing. Goratrix raises his sword and he raises his dagger to defend, and Goratrix just.
Oh,
That felt bad. That didn't feel good. He steps off of the horse to prepare to strike at the spearman next time, banging the pommel of his sword against his shield to make a.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll cut over to Sir Dalan. So what's remaining? There is a spearman that Edward's facing off with on foot right now. But I should have rolled a counter roll for. I will get to that. I'll get to that. There is a second spearman. There is no longer a daggerman, thanks to Goratrix. And there are 3 3 ones with like more peasant-style weapons that are currently rushing towards a lot of you on horseback. They're not on horseback. 2 of you are.
Yeah. As Mark said, spears are the enemy of horses, so I think I should probably get those out of there as soon as possible. So I'm going for the second horseman, or the second spearman.
Yep, roger that. Okay, go ahead and give me a horsemanship roll.
Yeah,
Critical,
horse.
Jesus. Yeah, you're horsing tonight.
Woo! Oh, this one's gonna be cool. I know exactly how I want to do this one. All
my
right.
roll 20 is going crazy, but
Huh?
Did it win a prize?
Yeah, when you rolled it, like kept going up and down, up and down. I bet you the stream saw that. Anyways, it's stable now. Okay, I'm like, did he critical? Where'd it go? Why does it keep erasing it?
It couldn't handle it.
Right? Yeah, it was just one of those. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, do I get a plus 10 for that? Is that what that translates out to?
Double damage, I believe. Actually.
Double damage.
But hold on, I do need to roll contested.
Well, that was just the horseman.
That was just the horseman check.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
wouldn't it be plus 10? I think. Is it double?
I get plus 5 for the horse naturally.
So first off, you tick horsemanship. That's like one of the big benefits of that.
Yeah.
Normally, the horseman bonus wouldn't apply, but with a critical,
that's what I'm thinking. So the critical is going to mean that you can apply your horsemanship bonus, which is only a plus 5, but you wouldn't have it on a spearman normally. It would be cancelled out.
That's right. Right. All right. Well, cool. I'm down with that. That is a wow. I rolled a 1 naturally. That's upsetting.
Oh, that sucks.
That's not bad. It's a success.
It is a contested roll. So
yeah, it's a contested roll, though.
Yeah. Fortunately, these guys aren't terribly good fighters. It's not really what they do. So, let's see.
Much easier to attack like women, children, and very old men.
You hit, and you win. You're the victor.
Hell yes. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'll roll my damage then. It could have been better.
What is
very low.
Could have been a lot better. Like, that was just a really bad roll. There was 2 1s in there. Yeah.
Okay.
2 1s, 2 2s, and a 4.
What is one of your like Edward or Goratrix? What are your health? Just so I'm aware. There's no armor.
My health point is 32, but I'm a tanky boy.
Yeah.
My health total is 30, and my current is 27.
27. So 30. Did 10 at once. I'm just factoring in what to do here. I'm gonna go ahead.
Did we heal from the last fight? From the battle that I got stabbed in?
Yeah, you did.
We did. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I'm at 13 right now, and that doesn't sound right.
No, I don't think you.
All right.
This is same. I don't think you're at full. We'll have to figure that out. But you're not at 13 either, right?
I'll put
That was
myself
a while ago, wasn't it? Was that weeks?
Same
or-
year.
Wasn't that?
No, it was.
Yeah.
It's been
Was it a
about
month?
3 months actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put myself up to 19 for now, and then if we need to make an adjustment, we can.
If you lose 19, then we'll go look at the rules. How's that sound?
Cool.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So, interesting. Cut to battle music. That'll work for now. So we're gonna give you a +5 to that damage, just because you got a critical, and I like things to be thematically interesting.
I also out of that.
So he's gonna be forced into a knockdown roll. So he's not dead, but you managed to get a clean stab on him.
My horse jumps over him, and then I like do a stab as I'm like going right over his head.
He kind of he basically is forced backwards and would have tumbled down, but his back is saved by a tree, right? So he falls into a tree, manages to hold himself up, and retains standing on foot. You've done significant damage to him, so he is facing a major wound at this point. And that is the end of that round. Now I got to do the spearman against Edward, right?
Yes, this would be. Oh dear.
Oh
So
fuck!
that was
That's a
against your
crit.
failed
Uh,
attack.
Yeah, that I don't get a shield, so yeah, I take all of this.
Let me just check
Minus
what
10,
the
whatever.
spearman damage is here on the footman battle enemy table.
Cowabunga.
Yeah,
These guys aren't.
cowabunga it is.
These guys aren't skilled. You just got lucky.
Yep.
46. Let's see. Hope for
Well,
Liam.
Oh, 46. I thought you said 46. I was scared.
But keep in mind it's ×2, right? For the
Yeah.
critical.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be a bummer either way.
20.
Oh,
no.
That's- so
that
that-
might take me out.
That's 20. I doubled it automatically.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Let
thank.
me-
Yeah.
Oh, thank Christ. 20 altogether.
Heart
Yeah.
attack.
Jesus, I
and
thought it
that's-
was 40.
And your armor still applies, so it's not bad at all.
I
Honestly.
think is armor 12 or 10? I
I
think
think
it's
we
10.
went with 12.
Oh, okay.
Or
If
no,
it's 12, then
or did we
I
go
think
with
That's
10?
still-
it's 10. 12
It's
is
10, isn't
special
it?
stuff we get later.
Later,
The
when-
shield is 6.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
12 is like the days of Arthur, not the days of
So
Uther.
I
Guys.
take 10.
Happened. We've all been critically injured in combat now.
Buddies!
So,
Is that a major
what's
wound?
the what's the no.
Your,
Mine is 16. My common 16. So no, it's not enough to do a major wound.
Okay.
I'm currently at 17 hit points though, so I'm very close.
And how much did you take?
Each took 10.
And is
Cut
there a
off 10.
knockdown on that one?
Actually, yes. What is knockdown?
Sounds-
No, 14.
So just managed to avoid. Perfect.
It was just off. It sucked. That's
Right.
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
All right. So that's the end of that round. Save for, I think there was somebody who. Oh, there's a couple of peasants that did not attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there was one more spearman, the one that's still alive but grievously injured by.
Oh, right.
So
No, he
David.
did contest against.
No, he did because he contested.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought they got an attack as well.
No, your
That
contested is
their
the attack.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If they succeed, they hit you. Archers are different though. Archers actually they don't get to contest, but they also just get an auto attack. If they succeed, then they're good. So
Exactly.
that's where you're thinking of that. So 1d20 versus these guys are bad. So we're gonna say that they're trying to attack the 3 on horse because they look more dangerous. So
2 on horse.
I'm currently on foot.
Oh, so it's just 1 on horse. Oh no.
I don't think
That's
they're
all right.
all gonna go on Dalan. Maybe
That's
they
all right.
will. That could be fun.
I'm pretty
All three
cool.
will
I'm
crit.
pretty good on horses. I'll be fine.
2
I mean,
miss.
Goratrix is more than happy to go, come to me!
Only 1
Oh,
hit.
oh dear.
It's unlikely they'll do enough damage.
Yeah.
No.
So despite their best effort, 2 are just graze off entirely. 1 almost. They're basically their hoe manages to almost find a nice gap in your armor, but Dalan, you're lucky there. You felt how dangerously close that was to getting at your innards. So. And
They tried to farm me. I can't believe this.
The temerity of these cultists.
all right, back to the
All right.
top of the round with Edward.
All right. Edward is going to stab this this spearman.
He in turn obviously is trying to stab you back.
Yeah. Let's go. That's a success.
Yes.
Oh, but there's a chance he could get me
Oh,
back.
misses.
Nope, he failed.
Nope.
Failed.
He fucked up.
Damage.
Destroy.
13.
Ooh,
That was a bad roll.
yeah.
13 is a bad roll, but it's also a lot of damage for a peasant. So
Yeah,
that-
because I don't have
Damage.
armor. Armor's really good. Like,
Yeah, same with shields.
It's almost
Funny
like
that.
real life.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's almost like there was a reason why every army was outfitted in it that was successful, and those, when it came about.
I heard a story from SCA about someone who practiced with katana, the traditional Japanese fighting styles, and he lost a lot of fights, so he went to his sensei and went, "What am I doing wrong?" All of the other fighters, the sensei said, have this thing they put in between their body and the enemy's swords. For you, it is your weapon. For them, it is their weapon and a massive block of wood. Use that.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So he does fall over. That is the benefit here. Mark, is this Edward like doing the classic, I took the spear and then I push myself forward on the spear and drive my sword into him kind of thing? Or?
I mean, I feel like at this point he's just so full of rage. As the person like brings up the spear, he just swings his sword, knocks it off the side, and he just runs up and attempts to like slash him in two. And I think his next action is going to be repeatedly stabbing him with the sword till he's dead. Just very brutally.
I hear that's a good way to kill your enemy. So,
Yeah.
Goratrix, your action.
There are currently 3 peasants, 1 spearman on the ground, and another spearman who's having a terrible day on behalf of Sir Dalan. But the peasants are fine-ish.
Peasants have not been attacked, correct?
Got you. Though it's not generally... Goratrix likes fighting enemies that, can put up a fight, but currently 2 of them are busy, held by his brothers in arms, and he's not going to kill Steel. He will say, "Witch, face me!" And everyone is just going to hear dum 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 as he sprints towards these peasants, and he is going to strike one. The one that hit Dalan, his friend, his brother ? In arms.
Roger that.
The question mark isn't on the brother. It's does
Yeah.
that still count? Can I still say that? Is it still the
Is
case?
that?
Yes.
Oh god. Poor Goratrix, his little head. He's not gonna be able to work this shit out.
No, but he'll try.
We'll see
God.
it lots over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. So,
And let's hope I don't botch. I specifically got off the horse because of the possibility of botching.
I think Goratrix is the guy who like volunteers for sensitivity training and then still has to repeat the course. Like, like
I didn't
nobody
need to do it, but I want to get it right.
but like not the one that's being like purposely trolling it, but the one that like really just honestly is missing the mark.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody like filed a complaint against him. He just wanted to be better, and he's having a real hard time with it.
Strong of arm, hottish of bod, dumb of ass. But yes. Are they going to defend themselves?
I guess they would. That's a good point. I mean, when you say that, are they going to try to defend?
Nah.
They might succeed.
They should just like accept it,
Lay down and die.
Accept your
They
fate.
did succeed. They don't have a shield, so that doesn't matter, and they rolled worse than you, so you win.
Alrighty. Not good, but probably enough.
Yeah, he's it's gonna put him down, almost for sure.
The code. I see beyond it.
He's not gonna be feeling too good.
Yeah, he's on the ground, bleeding out pretty profusely, but he is still alive.
I'll get back to you later, he says, turning to the other two.
And then to Dalan.
Dalan's turn. So that was the guy that stabbed me. Yes, that is now down.
Yeah. You
That is
just heard a
the-
dum dum dum, and then saw Goratrix tackle him.
That is not. Yeah, that is not the spearman. That is the guy with the hoe.
Gotcha. That's
yeah.
right. Because I got attacked by 3 of them. That's right. I remember now.
You technically have 4 strikes coming your way this round. So, the spearman and 3.
I feel I feel like I should try to lower that number a little bit more. I'm gonna try to finish off that spearman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a horseman check and then a sword check.
No,
yes.
no horseman check required.
Because I'm already there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. All right.
Yeah. He's doing funky stuff.
Oh boy. Let's hope that he gets over 10 again.
Yeah. So close to a crit. My God.
Yeah. We're gonna say the spear just like goes right beside your head, like.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah.
All right. Go ahead and describe your killing blow here. For the
As
audience.
Jack Black once said, decapitation, but he did it with more like flair, you know.
Decapitation.
Roger that.
Yes, Dalan's sword is just gonna they do kind of like the special edition Han Solo like neck to the side slight thing, and then the sword comes through and just one swipe, gone, done, over.
All right, and down goes one of the spearmen, and so that brings us to the end of your group's actions, right?
Yes.
So there are 3 peasants. The one on the ground is going to lay there this turn.
Good choice.
Okay.
Smart.
The other 2 look confused, both kind of fearful of where Goratrix came from, and they both kind of turn to attack him. Because, yeah, he's made
Are
himself...
these guys wearing... Yeah, these guys wearing yellow and the masks as well?
Correct, yep. Yes. Sorry, these ones are wearing the cloaks. The peasants are wearing the cloaks. They do not have masks.
You better hope you're being intimidated into this.
All right. And yeah, they both suck. So here we go.
Shield. Surrender and this will go much better for you, murderers.
And back to Edward.
I wouldn't make that promise. 2 of the 3 party members have cruel, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't make.
May
I
God
wouldn't
have
make that
mercy
promise.
on you, for I have none.
I got more merciful. Last winter phase.
Alright. Edward is just gonna come up to this guy as he's laying on the ground, just raise his sword into the air and bring it down upon him, just repeatedly. Beating him with a giant metal stick. Alright. Here we go.
I'm not even.
Is there any
have him
bonus?
contest at this point. He's
Okay.
He's in a bad spot.
I mean, if I botch
If
this,
he's
fucking
prone,
hilarious.
I think you get like +10 automatically or something like that.
Do I? Jesus.
I could look it up. Let me...
I don't think it's as necessary for this.
Roll,
but
yeah,
I'll-
roll standard, and then
I forgot what
if it goes poorly.
Yeah, it's a failure.
Well, let's wait a sec then.
If he falls, the character is prone, which are unopposed. It does not say that they get bonus if they're prone. It just isn't opposed.
Okay, so it's still a miss. So it's in his rage, Edward misses this the attack.
How do you miss a prone? So you get a +5 when you're on a horse attacking someone who's not on a horse because of the advantage. But you
I don't know.
no bonus when someone's literally on the ground unmoving.
I don't know. I'm just... well, you can do as you wish, because it would make sense.
Yeah,
Because what he rolled is one-off success.
yeah. I think we're just gonna say that you had a +5 to your sword. The idea
I
of
think
a coup de
actually-
grace is very...
Yeah, exactly. The coup
It's
de
not
grace.
flick.
Also, I think with that, it actually makes it a crit because like it goes over the top and adds to the roll.
That's how it goes.
Alright.
Yep. Which is
Alright, let's
again the
roll
coup de
damage.
grace effect of
Yeah.
knocking someone over.
Oh yeah.
The definition of overkill is to the tune of
Yeah.
30 damage.
30.
Yeah. So you can describe this if you want, because I imagine Edward's enraged.
Well, I feel it's for one, it's Edward bringing it down upon the man's neck while he's on the ground, then lifting his sword up again and doing it once
Doing it
more, and then once more, and then once more,
Okay.
until eventually he regains control of himself and realizes what the fuck's going on. And that's his turn.
already dead.
Covered in red and gore. The previous, like, shining
Yeah.
tabard just covered in...
Oh, definitely, like his shining helmet has like a line of red down it. Yeah, definitely.
All right. We'll go to Goratrix next.
What just happened to him will happen to you. Surrender. Put your belly on the floor or I will split it.
So intimidation of sorts.
Yes. If that's my whole action, I'm willing to do it. But if I can do it and they don't look like they're going to concede, I will hit them with my sword.
Okay. I'm gonna play with this one a bit fast and loose because it would normally be your whole action. I'm gonna say that you can choose to do that. If you do, it'll apply a -5 penalty to having to then react if they attack you. Kind of thing. Does that make sense?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with taking a bit of a penalty in the name of mercy.
Okay. And
until I find out who killed my father.
So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and give you a free tick on mercy if you want.
Yeah.
And then, not if you want, sorry, if you could. that's my choice.
It's done.
And then the next piece on that is, I'd like to roll something to see how effective your communication is here. I'm trying to remember what the sheet looks like so I can choose something appropriate.
Flirting? No.
Right?
Fashion. Would it be? It's not really intrigue, is it?
Yeah, and probably not orate, but orate kind of makes sense, though I'm terrible at it.
Both again, both of them are just similar but different skills entirely. Like
maybe like I roll honor, maybe like as a thing, like I am genuine with my.
What if it's like you rolled
expression?
size or strength or whatever you're using to intimidate them?
Yeah, maybe let's step back. Are we trying to figure out how effective your words are or how effectively scary you are? Because you're actually pointing to Edward doing crazy shit in this case versus like, you're not, you're not necessarily like, you are naturally one of the more intimidating knights in Salisbury. But that doesn't mean
I did directly say belly on the floor or I split it.
Yeah. So I will give this to you. Honor is not going to work because it's a passion, and the only way to really test your passion is to invoke your passion.
Yeah.
I would say in this case it's probably something more along the lines of either oratory or orate. Sorry, I mean, or like your size. If you're trying to directly intimidate, or if you're trying to talk them down with your words, it would be orate.
I am much better at size than I am at orate. That's 18 versus 3. So with that 15 gap, I'm going to try for size, looming above them, ready to strike if they raise their hand against me.
This is represented by you having more, Goratrix having more faith in his own sort of martial capability than his words. Which is probably fair because that's probably been how he's existed.
Makes a lot of sense, yes.
Sorry. YouTube paused the music.
Into a few. So shall I roll size?
Yeah, please.
Watch me fumble. It's going to be wonderful. That's a success.
Hey!
Pretty low, but...
Okay, and then I'll give you the desired effect. It doesn't mean that will be their desired response. It means you are effective at intimidating. Right?
Yeah.
And so on their turn, I'll explain what they're trying to do.
And
Dalan,
I'll take a penalty if need be,
Yeah. No, you won't. That's not going to happen. You're good there. Dalan.
Dalan's turn to do Dalan things. So I think which one is the one that looks healthiest? Is there anyone that's still looking
Let's see,
relatively
both spearmen are
unharmed?
dead. The daggerman's dead. The archers from round 1
Yeah.
are dead, which leaves. And then there's a guy on his back with the one that almost hurt you is down.
Yeah.
And there's 2 that
Goratrix is like
Goratrix
standing
currently-
on him and looming above them.
Yeah. Goratrix looks to be kind of intimidating the other 2 who look. Go ahead and give me an awareness roll because you haven't acted yet.
Bada bing, that's a pretty mighty failure there.
We're gonna say you don't know exactly what they're gonna do. You don't know if they're about to turn. They glance at each other, which could mean they're about to try and stick Goratrix.
Perfect. I'm gonna go and kill them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into position to strike probably whichever one's on the right. And that's what I'll do. Is that a horseman check and a sword?
It's
You're
like
too
barely-
close for
barely a
horse.
meter,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can just do a sword,
Cool.
so you don't have to. worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, damage, please.
Yeah. Oh, this boy. Hey, that boy
Oh.
might still be alive.
He might still very much be alive.
We'll see how well he stands up. Let's start with that. He will be alive.
Yeah, I don't know if Dalan's given these guys a shot, considering
Oh,
what
he-
we walked through to get here.
He like you cut him pretty good, but he managed to stay up, staggers, but he doesn't fall over, which is surprising because that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a very strong boy. That's pretty
yeah.
impressive.
He's a bit more of a stout gentleman.
Stout
you know?
lad.
He meant stout gentleman as a cultist, murder of a death cult of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he managed to stay up on foot, but you definitely deal damage to him. You can go ahead and give me a tick on suspicious.
There we go. Yeah, not giving. Sorry, Goratrix, not giving these guys a shot.
Yeah.
They hung children on the way here. I'm not about that shit.
Yep.
I mean, I get it.
Actually, I'll leave it to you. Forgiving or suspicious. I'll let you choose which one's more triggering. Dalan's
Forgiving?
response here. Yeah, as opposed to vengeful, right? So it's sort of like you know
Right.
what they've done already. So is this more of a suspicious response for you, or that they're-
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've already got vengeful checked.
Yeah.
So I
You
think
could-
I think
you-
suspicious.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
suspicious would apply here, if only because
Sorry, I
specifically
didn't
as
mean
described.
forgiving. I meant vengeful.
I
Sorry.
thought
Yeah,
that's what you meant.
yeah.
Yeah, vengeful's already checked. I think I might go with suspicious just because, based on the way it was described to me, it was unclear whether or not they were going to charge my friend Goratrix.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dalan trusts these people to
I don't know
be
why
anything
they're
more.
Such good.
Stand up, guys.
So yeah, I'll take suspicious, and that will be that.
Okay. All right. And then, so the one that's cut doesn't fall over, but he staggers. The other one turns to run, Goratrix. From you, not from Dalan. I don't know if you could even tell that, but on a character, I'll tell you that was in both their intentions. The one who was cut doesn't run because he's not able to. He's basically staggering and trying to stay on foot. The other one turns to run.
Fleeing was not unacceptable for Avatar.
You can attack him. It's going to be that -10 if you'd like. Kind of run him down on foot.
I will attempt that.
Or was it -5? I give you -5.
You gave me -5.
Yeah. No.
I will attempt that because I gave clear instructions.
He's not
these
yielding,
people have
right?
committed. Yeah, these people have committed horrible stuff. If he runs, he's going to be running back to whatever dark force commands his loyalty. And so it is a shame, but I'm going to stab him in his ribs.
And this would be standard fare even for a knight. Like if you were to
Yeah.
try to take a knight prisoner and they turn to flee versus
Yeah.
you know, once you've offered them the opportunity to yield, then it's fair game. Like,
And this is a peasant, so Goratrix has gone
Yeah.
above and beyond.
Yeah. And that was my
but
point. Yeah. That I mean, even for you're following the etiquette, even for a high prisoner, let alone someone that you could kill just by your station. But
Yeah,
no justice for him. Welcome to old.
critical. Even with a -5, that's a critical.
So you can tick that if you haven't.
I will indeed. I'm trying to get to 20 sword. And yeah, shall I roll damage and double it?
Yes, please.
That's 44 damage.
Okay.
So I imagine what happens is he goes to run and makes it a few steps before Goratrix says, I said! Didn't I say? And then, faster than his large size would lead you to suspect, just covers the gap, stabs right through the back with the large sword, and cutting just like a triangle through his torso.
Gross.
And yeah, and he looks over at the one that is still standing and says, still shield in one hand, bloody sword in the other.
The other one is kind of really not like their attention's on Dalan, given what happened.
That's perfectly fair.
Yeah, and we're gonna do this kind of like as a real brief sort of round 4 is what I think it's gonna be here, where it's just Dalan and him, you know, foot to foot. He turns to face the one who just attacked him, and kind of charges with his blunt peasant weapon, whatever that might be. You can go ahead and give me your attack roll, Dalan. This is like the same.
Okay.
Yeah. This is like a new round. So.
Oh.
Hey,
you fumbles. Yes,
you both end up on the ground, and you end up on top of him. Like you end up rolling on the ground. Like he pulls you off the horse as you go, and he basically gets caught up in your horse, trampled, and then you fall on top of him.
Great. I'm putting that blade right up against his neck. Like, just... and I'd like to make a check and see how fierce the fighting is around us. Is there looking like we're getting approached by more guys, or have we got a moment?
You can give me a battle roll for that.
I'm good at that. Fuck.
I love those lines in sequence. I'm great at that. You're certain that there's still battle around you at this point.
Okay. Well, given that, I'm not sure I'm...
Out of character, what you're hearing is Mark continuing to cut into his enemy. Down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dalan is willing to take the chance of trying to take this guy alive.
I mean, at this point, he did literally just attack you.
That's true, but also, I think Dalan's a little bit of a pragmatist, and I think they might be willing to interrogate this guy for more details if he's still alive. So,
all right.
As long as he's not fleeing, which is what I was thinking was going to happen. So, I think if possible, Dalan would like to just conk the guy on the head with the pommel of their sword and render him unconscious.
Okay. I will give you this. Your horse trampling him, putting him unconscious.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, Dalan's going to get up in a ready stance and kind of like take the time to specifically make sure that they're good.
Mm-hmm. It takes you a moment, obviously, with the cloak hood, like it's hard to tell, and the mist and everything, but as you consider slaying him, and then you're like, I just need to take him prisoner, you're like, oh, even better, he's not moving. Like in that moment.
Ready to disable, and then,
Nothing to do. Oh. Already done. And kind of as the dust settles, so to speak, you notice the situation at this point. There is the three of you and there is 3 other knights that are standing. And that's all
Has
that
one
remains. How many did I name last episode? Not name, sorry. How many did I count?
I think you said that 7 was our group, but I'm not sure if that what we were 7 or we had 7 with us.
I think we had, because there was a different group that was coming up. We haven't rooted with them yet.
Yeah, I thought it was just us and their
I think it's just us and our squires and like a force of men.
Well, yeah, but the force of men is what we're.
That's true. Well, I don't remember a number being given to them.
Normally I take notes, but I didn't take notes about the number of people. They weren't named yet.
We can just say that if it's 6, that one of them was just obliterated from existence, Dr. Manhattan style, and then we could retcon him back in later if we need to.
There are 3 remaining. 1 for certain, if not multiple, have fallen, and this is all that remains. But your 2 squires are both healthy. They kind of stayed by your side. We got to remember that they're there because there's certain things like if you were to fall, you could call for your sword or something. They can do stuff like that. They can assist you that way, so they're not completely useless for you. Just a note on this piece. I'm gonna get Edward and Goratrix to test awareness because you're both relatively close to one another.
Roger that. I believe.
Nope.
Hey,
there you go.
You left.
I succeed.
Okay.
Edward failed.
Weird, I don't even see. Oh, yeah, there we go. So as Edward's kind of finishing his last sort of strike on this fallen enemy, Goratrix, you look up from where you sit. You notice one of the hanging bodies nearby. You notice clearly is the shape of a woman, and just kind of catches your attention. Definitely like an older woman too.
Does it look familiar, as if there are certain like facial features that I might recognize, as if on a sun?
You can't actually see their face from where you are. 1, it's pretty dark in here. 2, there's mist. 3, the hood is.
Do they look like they're kicking, like they're alive, or hanging dead?
Hanging dead.
Yeah. Edward, are you all right?
And we can cut to all 3 of you at this point.
Yeah. I think it's just Edward kind of trying to slip off his helmet and then just kind of holding it in his hand, is breathing heavily as he kind of looks at the mess before him.
Dalan comes with that guy that was trampled, like slung over his shoulders, just kind of making his way over.
That was unexpected, and I hate to say this while our blood is up, but Sir Edward, do you recognize the clothes on that woman? And he gestures
Edward
towards the
look up
hanging
towards
body.
it. Yeah.
You have to approach to get to really see. It's kind of this slow walk for Edward. How does Edward feel about like his mom and the potential of her being killed this way?
I think it's for him it's horrifying, but he's always had like a complex relationship with his mother. Because for one, he didn't, the only time he's really spent with her was like his early years, and then he was kind of like adopted into his father's family, and then he didn't see her much after that. So it's that kind of that. It's still his mother, but it's someone he doesn't know all that well, or doesn't think he knows all that well.
Okay.
But still someone important to him.
That's what I figured, but I wanted to check with you on that. You approach. There's kind of that slow walk, that maybe that confusion, the mix of feelings, like, how are you going to feel about this if this is her? And it's sort of all brought to an end. It builds and builds and builds, and it's brought to an end when you confirm that it's indeed not her. It's another woman. What does that do for Edward? That moment where is he happy?
I think there's a visible sigh of relief as he's just seems to calm down dramatically from like his his like wrathful form before, but now he just kind of looks up at the body and then still has like that realization of, you know, this could have been someone else's mother or sister or anything like that, and that this is, even if it's not someone important to him, this is still a tragedy. And he does kind of have that complex mix of emotions of like relief that it's not his mother, but also just sadness and rage that this could happen to people that, you know, people of his land that, you know, it's his literal job to protect.
Gotcha. Awesome.
But he does seem a little less stressed than he was before.
Rightly so. Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot. That's cool.
Can I, is Rickert within speaking distance?
Yes, absolutely.
Dalan will call to him and go,
Rickert was by your side as much as he was able to keep up to do so.
Yeah. Rickert, would you go and check our fallen and give us a head count? Make sure everybody's in condition to keep moving.
Of course. At that point, you see, just as Rickert is about to kind of do just that. By the way, I added their photos for Rickert and Catfab.
Cadval's a fancy boy.
And I added a tooltip for them.
Yeah, you can scroll over them.
Nice. That's good.
Where's that?
If you hover over it on the page, yeah, tells you who they are.
What page?
On the Roll20.
On the Roll20.
If you hover over their tokens, tell you information. It's great. It's
Tokens.
neat.
Oh, he's on the. Oh God, we changed maps. Okay.
Yeah, and if you hover
This is
over
the
it,
first,
you can see like the tooltip on their name.
Yeah. Oh,
which will
that's
be super
rad.
useful when we start using these for feasts.
Oh man,
So useful.
You got
Bob.
these four hanging together, and then one is the
Bob.
loneliest.
You do not
Need to get you a
understand how
squire.
bad. You do not understand how horrible I am at remembering who the fuck anybody is at any given moment. So this is amazing for
This
me.
stuff is so good. Like,
This is really good.
I plan to get that in there, and so in that moment, I'm going to like the other knights, the ones that survived, are coming over at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them into the mix, and just for the stream, I'm going to kind of show them to the stream. So you should see them now. Just doing this one at a time. There's Sir Brinley of Dinton Manor. They're the most notable vassal knight that's with you guys right now, as far as glory goes. They're actually a vassal knight, right? So they are the Lord of Dinton, basically, Dinton Manor, and they're well liked by. When I say all in Salisbury, it means it's hard to find a knight that doesn't like them. They're just very well received, not just by their honor, but they tend to interact well with people, and they're known for their honor a bit more. Beside them is Sir. I'm gonna get this slightly wrong because I kept getting stuck on onion. It's Ainyan, I believe. Ainyan.
Onion.
Yeah.
Onion.
I may still
I
call
know
him
we're
Onion.
gonna call him Sir Onion for the entirety of this campaign.
The
I've
Onion
heard-
Knight was one of my favorite characters.
Sir
I've heard that
Onion,
they have layers.
Yeah.
right?
So
He's got a
Onion has
laugh?
layers.
So they're. I might have got the manor wrong, but I believe it's Steepleford Manor. They're also notable vassal knight, which, by the way, means they're above 3,000 glory, but below like 5,000. Right? They're not famous. Or is it 4,000? They're not a famous knight. And then there's Sir Morgant of Baverstock Manor. They're not a vassal. They're a house knight. Very similar situation to the three of you, because their Lord Knight died last year in the same battle that the king died in. King Aurelius died in. He is effectively that manor's only knight, very similar to the three of yours.
Yeah, been there.
And their eldest son, the eldest son of the late Lord, is not of age yet, so almost identical situation to you folks. He's a bit less known. Like he is a notable knight, but he's not at the same level as the other two. And for older men, notable is not. A lot of knights that go on to live into their 40s will manage to hit notable if they did anything remotely useful. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, and that's it. So at this point, Rickert returns with the three of them and kind of heads up to Dalan.
Less than I'd hoped, but, everything's a victory. I don't think these people are very good.
A cult of sorts.
Mm.
Their Einian
Indeed.
says.
Some more masks of vague description and unsettling whispers. I couldn't make out the words.
I heard something during the fight. It was a name, a woman's voice. I didn't pay much attention to it at the time, but could there be some kind of magic at play?
Depend. Did you hear what the name was?
Let's say it 3 times. That's not a character.
It was Erwin?
What? Does that ring any bells for us in any way?
Sorry, just not a character. What are the name of?
The name of the thing that was whispered on the wind, because it was Haster. I don't think it was Awin.
I'm pretty sure it's
Haster.
Haster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
all
Just
this
wanted-
talk of onions.
You know what? I don't blame you. That's why I just want to double check. So, okay. So I'm like, it's possible. Does Dalan say Haster or?
Yes.
What a peculiar name.
Any y'all can check folklore if you like.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh goodness.
Not check. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Roll folklore, not check.
Yeah, I figured. A success! An actual success! Jesus!
Woo!
Mark.
That's a
And
fumble on my end.
Well,
Mark, you're
Ooh.
certain that's just another name for the devil, right? Because you were
Yeah.
already there before.
This sounds like the devil.
Old Scratch.
yes, the devil, a woman.
Yeah.
Why would she say her own
Lilith.
name like that?
Back.
So, this is perfect because Goratrix is our pagan knight,
Resident
right?
pagan, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, what's interesting about this is you've heard the name Haster before. It referred to something. You don't know a lot of details around it, but you've heard it as something that, like, unmentionable, like something that some have been pulled away to worship before, like a false king, maybe a false god, something of this sort. Specifically, somewhere in Wales, you remember, like in Estragals.
Of course, it's Wales.
Yeah. You heard mention.
All those unmentionable names.
Yeah. Right, it's just another one. Yeah. It's hard to pronounce. No, this one's really easy to pronounce. That's about it. You don't have a lot of detail. You just know that you've heard mention of this scenario. Not a
I've heard that name before. Some of the druids who didn't get too drunk when they told me about what my religion was. They spoke of this a false god, a lord of the depraved almost. It would pull them away to worship at its dark majesty. There are dark forces at work here, and we must destroy it.
So it is the devil.
I don't know.
Is this the first time that Goratrix has outright said that they're a pagan to us before?
Probably not. He has,
pretty
he
sure
has
we
sworn
are.
by the he's sworn by the spirits before he's sworn by the god of Christ, as he named
Yeah,
it.
but that's
Yeah, I'm
like
pretty
that's
sure we
like a
know.
cool. That's like a trend with the youth this time of day, this time of year. That could be anything.
I don't think we're quite at the point of wipe out all the pagans Like, that's later.
Well, give it a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon, but not yet.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so
Anyway, if there is someone in whispering range, there is someone in worshipping range, and we should stop that.
awareness rolls.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Success.
Failure. I
Fail.
don't think I've succeeded one this episode yet.
I'm
You
so glad
gotta-
one. Yeah.
You murdered a man.
Yeah.
I did do that.
You murdered a man. Good. Oh, that was so close to a crit. It would have been wonderful. But one success.
Okay, I am adding stuff to the map here for y'all.
Oh no.
It literally is the cult of the Yellow King.
Yeah. But Carcosa isn't even in the sky this time. Says Goratrix confused.
Carcosa. Interesting.
Yes, it's a strange planet/star. No, that's all
It's
I
also the name of a Sith Lord in my Star Wars game.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
fits.
who Hugo plays.
Hey.
Nice.
You should check with him and see if where he got that. You might owe some royalties. No, just kidding. So you see, kind of the fog clears up a bit, and you see an old man with a robe standing. Two men beside him. They're at a bit of a distance. They're standing with spears. He just has like a gnarled staff. And none of them look to be in the position of, though they're standing sort of defensively and on guard of him, none of them have weapons raised or anything raised towards you.
Goratrix points behind both of your shoulders towards these men and goes, "Ah, witch, servant of the unmentionable. Good. Come here so I may smite you."
Edward spins around.
Yeah, so,
Dalan-
so your attentions are
Dalan
drawn
also
now,
turns.
as do the other three. Their weapons draw immediately. Not that the other three knights pull their weapons immediately again, having recently sheathed them.
Goratrix. Hold. They wouldn't be approaching us if they weren't confident in their chances. There might be something we're missing here.
Indeed.
There is something about that old man. "Why have you done this?" he says.
The old man smiles. Why have I done what? All that you see is in service to our king.
Well, I suppose you have your answer.
Yeah, I guess. Just
Listen up, you fiendish cultists. Tell us where you have those you have kidnapped.
Kidnapped? No, I'm afraid you've already seen those who've been... Well, there are no others that remain against their will among us. There are those that had to be sacrificed, and others that have chosen to serve.
So,
You lie. Oh, sorry, Sir Dalan.
yeah, can I... So, I don't know what I would be rolling to try to do this, but I would like, if Dalan could, kind of gesture very, like, subtly to Inyan, Sir Inyan, and ask, like, get him to start trying to surround them, while Dalan also talks to them, because Dalan's gonna say something that hopefully will keep this guy talking for ages to come.
What would that be? It would almost be like it'd almost be like a courtly skill, like that thing where you do something sort of like
I'd
body
call it
language.
intrigue.
Yeah.
Like maybe
yeah.
not an intrigue. I hope
Yeah,
it's
give me an intrigue roll.
Oh,
It'd probably
thank
be
God.
intrigue. Yeah. Oh!
So it's not a
At least
bust,
it
so
wasn't
it's
a
not so
fumble. Yes,
obvious.
it's
Yeah.
one off a fumble.
Yeah. If it
Yeah.
were a fumble, it would be basically you being so obvious that everyone kind of was like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
with
you
his finger?"
yeah, you wave your hand and kind
What?
of like go around.
Then I guess Dalan's gonna proceed with the plan anyway, and just hope that they pick up on it
Yeah.
on their own.
Yeah.
So
They probably
Dalan,
pick up on it.
Dalan will just kind of step forward and be like, "And what is it that you worship? What is what what is the belief that you have? Call me curious, but there must be some end to all of this."
Perhaps there is an end. I'm afraid that not everyone is to know our king's goals and motivations. But I am the shepherd, and just kind of like looks to you with a smile and then over to Einian and the others. I do not mean any harm despite what just occurred here. Those were orders established long before I reached you here. And with our numbers fallen, this sort of conversation is permitted. You're not in breach of my king's laws by being here.
Oh,
You have
bully.
slain more than I can count, says Goratrix, fully knowing that number is more than 50.
We have offered those willing sacrifices, those who have gone forward on my king's behalf. Offer him strength in the times ahead. I am the shepherd. You may refer to me as such. I serve the king in yellow.
You are more than a thief than you are more of a thief than a shepherd, stealing from others. What I've seen here is but coercion of people, forcing them into your cult-like rituals.
And murder. Lots
I
of
don't
it.
care who you worship. What you do is the work of the devil, and I will not stand for it, and neither will my king, the true king of these lands, not your falsities.
What makes a true king, really? And what's to say what is thievery versus what is it you knights refer to as raiding? What's acceptable and what's not? I can tell you that long ago I lost my parents to your would-be raiding. I have no sympathy for your knights or your king. My king is above it all.
Dalan's gonna say just a little bit louder than is technically appropriate for
Yeah.
this kind of thing, and be like, "Then perhaps you could try to convince us. It seems you've struggled greatly. I imagine that can change someone's thinking quite intensely, make them come around to other things."
He looks very confused towards him. Well, it's Dalan. Why are you humoring them?
Oh no!
He
I
says,
forgot who I'm talking to.
he says in turn, again, I do not wish for more violence. There's been enough today. I can assist you, bring you more answers than you have right now. I am certain you wish to speak to King in Yellow, correct?
Speak is a strong word.
Dalan was not expecting that at all, and just kind of like, it's like, nope, this is not, did not plan for this, don't know how to respond to that.
Here is the
I
crux of the matter. You may have suffered, but that does not excuse the suffering you have put on these people. The land of Salisbury, of which we were sworn to protect, and, indeed, in the service of an unmentionable god, which these people do not like, and in the forests, which long before the God of Christ came to this land belonged to the spirits and the fae. You pervert this place, and I pervert your insides.
Indeed, we have no need to conversate with your demons. Or whatever they may be. He kind of
Yeah.
looks over to Goratrix, like, not really sure.
At that point,
Not
Sir
quite.
Einian raises a hand to you all, sort of like it's the first time you've seen him do anything like this, and he kind of steps forward and says, "It is not unlike us as knights to treat with our enemy, to understand them before we deal with them. Perhaps it's best we understand more. Or we kill an old man and 2 of his guards and walk away with this as a mystery."
So,
You would want to communicate with these demon worshippers?
Edward, what would we have? What would we have to lose? And like Dalan for sure shoots him a look like, just go with it. Just go with it.
Sir
Edward should just shoot back like, I don't want to. Like,
Sir Brinley,
I know what you're.
Sir Brinley adds to that and adds to Edward's comment, kind of says, "I don't think this is a good idea. How can we trust them?"
Did we accidentally find a mirror version of our party?
It's you from the future.
Whatever else happens, know that we stand with the authority of the king, and behind him, the lord of all druids, Merlin. Whatever trickery you have planned, it shall not succeed. But if you mean to do so in good faith, we'll see what happens.
So then Edward kind of blurts out, and Christ! Don't forget Christ.
The old man raises a brow and says, "Funny you mentioned Merlin and Christ in the same conversation. I believe Merlin is among those they list. They say he worships the devil, not."
No, there are much of complexities which I
It's
don't
a
quite.
complex
You
matter.
would know
Yeah,
better than I, yes.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like in
Dalan
the
is
past it was a
baseball.
little iffy, but you know we've gotten past that. Why are we trying to? We don't need to justify ourselves to you.
Sorry about that. Anyway,
Dalan's just got like both hands on their face right now, like, oh.
if you would treat in good faith, then we can do what we can. If you betray us, we will do what we must. You have done a lot that cannot be forgiven. But for what purpose?
Come this way. You will have your answers.
Hmm.
With that, he turns, like, very comfortably, like, if one of you wanted to, run up and stab him right now, yeah, it'd
Don't
be...
tempt me.
Edward, don't.
and his 2
not.
guards follow suit. The 3 of them continue to walk down the roadway.
Doesn't he look just like Jareth of Newton Manor?
No.
That was out of character. But yes.
How far ahead of us are they walking? Are we like? Can we whisper to each other?
Yeah,
Is that something
they
we can
don't
do?
even look like they're in conversation with you. It's probably 8 of you all together, and the 3 of them maybe 30, 40 feet ahead.
Okay. Dalan would like to take a couple steps ahead to Onion specifically,
Mhm.
and kind of clear his throat and be like, I do hope that you and I are on the same train of thought with this.
We get our answers, and then he's as good as dead.
Okay, good. Okay, good. 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 That's good. That's great.
Sorry, did you notice Mark Edward raising his sword, ready to do something if he answered wrong?
Dallin kind of like is keeping their voice low because I mean there's magic shit here. Clearly, I'm not totally confident about even whispering to each other in secrecy, but Dallin will still go. If they were willing to meet us like this, they've either lost all manner of sense or they're confident, and that
They are cultists to something
I'm
they
not-
call a king in
I'm-
yellow. I think
not
they're beyond
whispering
sense.
to you, Edward.
He's having a private whisper.
I'm
sorry.
whispering
well-
to Onion, sir.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair,
Fine.
I think with Edward's responses, I would suggest that Edward has been dropping those
Just muttering
eaves.
to himself.
Yeah. No, I think he's trying to get his way in there the whole time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alternatively-
Dallin or
alternatively-
Onion in this scenario.
Alternatively, he's just been saying that kind of thing.
He just says that in the background, just different,
This
completely
is
different
stupid.
conversation.
I hate this, and I'm letting everybody know.
That's great.
No, Dallin
I
will
love you
just,
guys so much.
Dallin will just we'll make it short, but he just wants to basically say like perhaps we should stay vigilant and make sure that if things go awry, we have the most advantageous positioning. Beyond that, I suppose it's in the Lord's hands.
I couldn't agree with you more.
And then Dallin will fall back and speak to Edward and let him know the situation so that he is not fuming.
I mean, Edward mostly is calmed down by this point and would just say, "Look, if you and Goratrix wish to go forth with this, I will follow behind and support you. I owe you both that much. But I will tell you, I do
Oh,
not trust
shit.
these people as far as I could
Oh
stab
shit.
them in half."
Dallin's still carrying that dude.
Oh shit, you are!
Would you?
Oh!
Yeah.
It would probably have been notably heavy enough for you.
I-
to
He's probably on the
notice.
ground,
I
like
think
nearby.
I think he's probably on your horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all going at like a walking pace because they're walking ahead of you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he could be on
I
your
just
horse.
So Rickert, could you go check on our friend, make sure he's tied up properly and see if he's stirring?
Of course.
Thank you, my friend. Look, Edward, I understand the situation is not optimal, but I don't think that this is the head of the serpent, if you understand what I mean. And if we can find out more, we can combat it more effectively.
And I'm hoping
I
that he
don't-
was lying and your mother is still there.
Indeed.
I don't disagree. However, know that the closer you get to that serpent's head, the more likely it is you will be bitten by its venomous fangs.
That was a-
Absolutely. Do not listen to anything the guy tells you, otherwise you will be drawn to worship at its eldritch feet.
that was a
Incidentally, the difference between it and a demon, let's just... Okay.
that was a...
We are not having this conversation now. We can have that
Please.
later.
Please, no, I was
As far
about to
as
compliment
Mark's
how potent a
concerned, there's
metaphor
no
that
difference between.
I was
Or
about
Edward,
to
yeah.
I was about to compliment how potent a metaphor that was, but you kind of let that one roll away from me a little bit.
Yeah,
with, the, with the devil worship, whatnot. But that's okay.
I'll be honest,
That's
I'm not
okay.
good at it.
No,
I've
it
been
was a good
trying,
one.
though. but,
It's fine.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
I do appreciate
Yes.
it.
No,
I've
it's
been
it's good.
practicing my
and
poetry.
you looked
It's been-
very
quite-
heroic out there in the mist with the blood splatters and the
I-
carving that man.
that I don't know what to say to that. We should probably just follow them if that's our plan.
Of
Like,
course, right.
They're getting a little way right now, actually. We should-
Awareness checks.
Hopefully that helps at least put his mind somewhere else.
Failure from me.
I got a success.
Hey, success!
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Goratrix
well,
is just looking too much for witches.
right. He's got that.
It's a
He's got that
sepulchre.
look. on
There's
his-
the yellow bastard.
Yeah. He's what's her name from when she did the Stranger Things award or whatever on stage.
Yeah, just Winona Ryder.
Yeah. So Winona Ryder, that's right. I just looked that up earlier this week and I still forgot her name again. Okay, so both Edward and Dalan, you notice that they stop ahead Like they just come to a stop. They don't turn to face you. They just stop, and then as you all begin to approach, let me know if you want to do anything different. Coming closer, closer, closer.
I think Dalan's gonna just kind of put their arms out to get everybody to spread out and not be clustered. That'll be about it.
At that point, as you get within, say, 10 feet, they turn almost like a 90-degree angle towards the forest. No path, and they begin to march up the path, like up a hill. It's very, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's difficult terrain for your horses, if that makes sense. Not so much that you have to abandon them, but...
Have we seen or heard any sign of the other party?
No. You're probably like a better part of a day's ride away from where you would experience that rendezvous.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Big forest.
Very big forest, yeah.
Dalan goes, oh, I didn't like that. There's not even any landmarks out here.
Yeah,
These
that's
people have
creepy as
strange
fuck.
magics and good memory. I hate them.
They're the worst of humankind.
And who did test best? Dalan will say, like when they mentioned about the landmarks or whatever, you notice a little etching in the tree, just like the opposite side of which they turn. There's just a strange little symbol. It's just it's like a triangle shape.
They do have markings. Well, if they have that, then why did they all turn on a 90-degree angle so ominously? That seems like a waste of energy.
I think they're just being intimidating. Like, that's actually really good to know.
I think Dalan's actually laughing a little bit, just a little bit. Like, this is fucking crazy. But I like you guys. Like, let's not give these guys the power that they want here.
Yes,
all right.
It is bad news in any case. Just do not look at the thing. And I don't know what it means, but do not speak the secret name. I don't know what it is, so good.
They climb to the top of the hill. When you reach the top, they come to a stop. Again, same way. They don't look back. They just stand, kind of looking over the other side. It's a bit more of a steep embankment on the other side, almost like switchbacks to walk down. He turns to you at that point. Those that wish to understand more at this point and speak with the king may follow me.
Goratrix is going to look to Edward, look to Dalan. But first, I would like to make a brief awareness check if possible. From here, do I see the sign of any encampments or other people in the trees or?
Sure, go for it.
Success.
All right. It looks like absolutely clear to you. There's no sign of anyone around. The fog is gone too at this point, but there is a strange, almost like the moon is making almost like an eerie, almost greenish tint to the forest ambience here. Not the actual air around you has a strange green tint to it.
But yes, he's going to just quirk an eye, tilt his head golden retriever style at his two companions. Joke's on the shepherd. I don't understand shit, so I can do either thing.
I think Edward would also look towards Sir Onion with a kind of a, what's he up to? He's weirdly into this.
Sir Onion, he just steps forward, as if sort of non-verbally committing to proceeding. Brinley at this point turns to the others and says, I believe this is as far as I should go. should you run into any trouble, call for me.
Indeed, and should we not make it out, tell the king of what has happened here.
Yes. Edward would turn to his squire and say, Cadfile, wait here with Sir Brinley. And if need be, follow him back to the capital.
He has a look like, oh, thank God, the moment you say that. Understood.
Dalan will turn to Rickirk and go, Rickirk, I won't lie to you. This is a situation that's likely to be extremely dangerous. If something goes wrong, it could be all of our lives or even our very minds and souls at risk. I'd like to leave the decision of whether or not you'd like to accompany us up to you. You're welcome to stay here, and it won't be an act of cowardice. But if you wish to accompany us, I'd be glad to have your support.
We shall whittle down Newton Manor bit by bit, piece by piece.
He definitely looks like he's hesitating, but he says it's best that I accompany you if you are to run into any danger. What story would I give as a squire? Why would I not be at your side?
Dalan puts puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "Your brother would be very proud. Stay behind me and stay close, and at the first sign, if I say run, run."
Sir Morgant bravely adds, well, if all of you are going, really seems like I'm not required here. I hate to leave a squire and Sir Brinley alone. I should stay as well.
There is no shame in that. And also, if you speak to Merlin about this, please don't mention that I know so little about the religion. It's fine.
He looks at you with a raised brow and just nods, trying to pretend that he understood what you just said.
Excellent.
Dalan is equally confused by that shit, so whatever.
So just to
It's
clarify,
basically like, please don't tell the Pope that I thought that a bishop was a type of pie.
Probably pretty tasty.
this is your party moving forward, correct?
Yep.
Looks right to me.
Let's venture into Call of Cthulhu.
Onion is totally gonna stab us in the back. It's probably gonna because we're gonna call him Onion.
Nah, what?
That's why.
He's very mad about it.
He had a similar line of thinking to me. He's definitely not a traitor. What? What?
Goratrix could not countenance Sir Dalan being a traitor.
It
Loves him
says,
to bits.
it
Sir
says
Dalan,
right there on his tooltip that he's one of the most trusted vassals. We trust him.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
trusted
He's
people have never betrayed the
trusted.
people that they're trusted by.
No, never.
No, never.
That's why they're... Yeah, but in theory, that might be why they're really good at betraying people when they finally do.
That's true, yeah.
You start down the hill, down the switchbacks. Are you taking your horses?
Goratrix...
Probably would. Just in case I need to get the fuck out of there very quickly.
Yeah, with that in mind, Goratrix will too. It's part of his knightly equipment. And also, Winterborn Stoke horses are great. And these people stole some.
Want my damn horses back!
I'll find them.
Whether or not Dalan brings their horse will be dependent on if our darling Sir Morgan or Brinley would take the prisoner off my horse for me.
I'll keep watch for him, if you wish.
All right, then I will bring my horse as well.
All right.
You're knocked out in a battle with Vikings and you wake up in the Vatican.
Getting out of hand. So at this point, you basically follow down into the valley after series of switchbacks. The actual switchbacks are pretty narrow for a horse, but fairly easy to maneuver for a lot of you. You reach the valley and you can kind of see there's a bit more of a cave structure here at the side of the mountain where the switchbacks were, or side of the hill where the switchbacks were, which kind of makes sense. He doesn't start towards the actual cave itself, instead kind of moving around the other side, almost like heading around, following the wall of the stony wall. It just looks very normal down here, other than that strange, eerie glow in the night sky. You all start to hear whispers in the wind at this point. Nothing being said that can be pointed out or determined. Just all very, well, very haunting. And as you round the corner, you see the old man stops. We are ready then. Those that wish to treat with the king may do so. I will show you how you can find him. Mark's like, Mark's sinking back. Onion kind of gives a look at all of you and just nods. Very well. You should meet with him. Is he here then, nearby? The old man kind of shuffles his head to the side a bit. He is around us and yet far away. I show you a way that you can treat with him, that you can show him that you are interested in speaking with the king. If you're ready, then you will gaze upon us as the others did today.
Oh, this is just as confusing as when the pastor explained the Trinity to me.
Really? Edward kind of turned.
No, Edward, I'm with him on this.
How can 3 be 1? They're
It's not that hard.
completely
It's
different.
each
I believe
aspect
I am
of the
ready.
one God. Okay, we.
I believe I am ready, says Goratrix.
All right,
Eyes
let's get
focused
this
like
over with.
yeah, like lasers on this dark occult being.
Dalan's being a little giggly. I think Dalan has decided the way to not give these guys power is to just not take them seriously. So, given this fun interaction, I think Dalan's all smiles.
Okay, perfect. So at this point, the guards stay behind, and the old man continues to walk forward, continuing around the other side. You can see.
Ed would just go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ed would just whisper to the person closest to him. I mean, it'd be so easy. It's just he's gone. He's old. Like it can't take much.
I haven't killed a god before. I want to see if I can do it. But yes.
Okay, so as you round the base of the hill, you can see that the ground starts to decline again, and I wouldn't call it a cave. It's sort of like an inlet. You see, it's hollow. It's not very deep, right? You can actually see where the inlet ends. And at this point, the old man stops. Introverts.
Sorry. Introverts unite separately in their own home.
Okay, that's great. I love that. The old man says, I can take you no further. See it yourself. Continue in. Before you, you will see the way in which you may commune with the King in Yellow. Onion looks
You
to the
couldn't-
others and then the old man.
You couldn't just like come with us for.
It does sound to me like you're saying that the process doesn't require your assistance. How can that be possible?
I have guided you to the sign. Now it is for you to see it.
Good to know. Hey, how's Onion looking?
Onion looks to all of you with a bit of confusion and kind of the same sort of questions, and he says, I don't understand how this leads to speaking with your king, but if it leads to it, then let it be done. Let's move forward and move on.
Indeed. Incidentally, I'm your enemy. Die. He draws his sword and is going to try to
Dalan.
slash at the shepherd now that he is no longer useful.
Good. Goratrix understood
Good.
what I was getting at. Great.
Yeah.
Sword's
Yes.
drawn too.
Yep. This man is dead.
So what you're saying is we don't have any need of you anymore to do the
Alright.
thing.
Wait, hold on. I have a quick thing.
Oh,
It is what happened technically parley, or was it like not official enough to?
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Because
Oh,
if it were like officially parley, then Goratrix would probably think twice because it's like breaking an oath. But I don't think that was kind of given, right?
What's your
He
honor
just said,
level?
"Follow me." My honor level is 15.
I mean,
I think
I
all of
specifically
ours
did
are.
not make. I very specifically did not make any promises. I used my wording very specifically to make sure
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
your value of like honor, right, and justice. What's your justice to?
My just is 10 versus arbitrary 10.
There you go.
Yeah.
And honor 15 isn't really that high. It's like if you were 19 or 20, it's like you have to do the old superhero, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you
Yeah.
before I do anything harmful kind of thing.
Well, yeah,
But
I already did that,
15
and I specifically said, "You are my enemy now," so it doesn't happen as a sneak attack, which is perfectly dishonorable.
No, I get
Yeah.
it. It is close to a parlay, but it's also with someone that has clearly done something entirely wrong, admitted
Yeah.
to it,
Yes.
isn't a
Has
knight,
hanged
isn't a
200
noble.
people.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
no honor for people who have no honor. That's not how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Dalan
And
is
on a-
specifically.
Yeah.
If Dalan is specifically in the situation thinking that, oh well, if we go and do that thing without him, then he's just gonna leave, and that's not
Yeah, we
acceptable.
won't find him again.
Yeah.
The Goratrix doesn't care about what happens after, really, if it doesn't lead to saving more people. He just certainly thinks that this person is going to get away with stuff if they are allowed to think, which Goratrix has quickly learned an advantage he can't let his enemies have because they'll win.
Gotcha. Yep. All right, go ahead and give me your sword roll.
Absolutely. Oh, God,
Is that from all of us or just Goratrix?
Are you Julius
Yeah.
Caesaring this guy? Okay.
Yeah,
Dalan
pretty much.
is-
Like,
Dalan's going right
Okay.
for the old man's throat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me your rolls,
I-
sirs.
Can I do something?
Yep.
Can I invoke my passion of love of family? Because these people are responsible for my father's death, and I want to hit this person very, very hard with a sword.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you may.
I sincerely
him.
hope I don't botch.
I will do no such
I
thing.
don't.
Yeah.
I succeed. All right. So is that a +5 or a? What's
That is-
invoking a passion?
That is +5.
plus 5, yeah.
Absolutely. Let me quickly. Ah, where's the enter key? That was the delete key. Oh no, there we go. Success also.
Roll.
Okay. So that's contested against Goratrix.
Mhm.
So basically, you're gonna full armor, full shield, but your sword is actually going to be blocked by his gnarled staff, and he
Indeed.
hits you with the other end, and it is very painful.
Ouch.
And then the others are going to probably kill him.
Yeah.
Roll damage?
Yeah, roll damage.
So you get to use shield
21.
and before you worry about this is this is not a critical, right? He didn't crit.
Yep, not a
No, it
critical.
didn't crit. Yeah.
So
Is one off a crit.
Hmm.
sorry. Let me just check my
So
notes.
full armor.
And my thing's going crazy there.
I will take 5 damage, I believe.
He hasn't rolled damage
I
yet.
haven't rolled damage.
That was mine.
Oh, sorry, that was you rolling damage.
Just give me 1 sec here.
Let's see how it goes.
Mm.
Oh, 3 damage.
Oh.
Check the dice roll just so you can see how bad that might have
Holy
turned out.
shit!
Yeah,
That could have been
76. Good
horrible.
lord.
He hits
This
you.
man was strong.
He hits you a little low, but it's enough to actually make you, like, you don't even get to check this. You are knocked down because you are thrown about 10
Ow.
feet in the air from his.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit!
I distracted him, stab him as he goes flying.
So very supernaturally strong at that point. And then I imagine a lot of you are getting to the killing. So Mark did 21 damage. Dalan, you hit successfully, so you can give me your damage as well.
Was that Dalan or was that
Down,
Both
yeah.
of you. Yeah.
Dalan?
Dalan.
Cool.
I already rolled damage. It's your turn.
Alrighty, so just damage. I don't even need to make a strike.
I
Oh,
thought
I
you
did make a strike.
Yeah,
That's-
you did make
a
strike.
I'm just a stupid. Here we go.
Do not worry.
There we go.
Very nice.
Hey!
Okay, so despite him having supernatural strength, his actual overall ability to soak damage without armor is minimal, and
Lots of potence.
he
No
basically drops,
Yeah, no
he
fortitude.
drops to the ground at that point. He's not dead, but he's basically both Edward and Dalan managed to get a pretty good stab or slice on him.
Goratrix lands with a heavy thunk as he lands from his arc, and he kind of does the night turtle like roll to front, stand up, and goes, "Now you bop!" Oh, good work.
Dalan is dropped all of the fun that they have been having. They're just now covered in blood and pissed.
Yeah, I think Edward is like there's surprise, visible surprise on him as Goratrix is just fucking thrown.
Yeah, it's very
Wow, I'm
alarming.
really glad we didn't.
I
I'm
told
really
you
glad
he was
we
a
didn't
witch.
want to let him live.
Mm.
Yep, just turn to him like he's
does
like
he still
bleeding on the
live?
floor, right? He's still alive, isn't he?
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just starts laughing.
Stand up again. I want to try that again. That said, please do remain down. We will bring you before our king, but first I believe we must see yours. Can we bind you without you breaking free of it? Please be honest.
Does Goratrix say that to him?
Yes, he does. He does.
You've sent me to my king.
Not yet. Say the Lord's Prayer, Sir Edward.
Where I fall, there will
Redeem
be
him!
others.
Quick, redeem him!
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, die!
Goratrix would like to attempt to cleanse this ancient land in the name of, the spirits of the area and of the woods, and just cut him off his damn head.
Yep. Just go ahead and give
Hail,
me
mother.
your sword roll. Apply the coup de grace house roll we just arbitrarily made up at the beginning of this concept.
I think Edward just does the Holy Mary, full of grace. It's been fucking ages since I've done it. I remember but it's just like
I. So apparently I rolled a 17. No, rolled a 1. Still a success.
Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
explains it,
So go
right?
ahead and roll damage. This should probably finish him off unless you roll like straight ones.
Oh, don't tempt me.
That's why I said it.
25.
Hey.
Yeah. Was that a beheading that you were aiming for?
Yes, it
You are
was.
successful.
Yeah, he brings it up and down in an executioner's strike. Says, I perform this justice in the name of my king.
But before
in
you
the
get
name
that
of-
far,
Mm.
the moment your sword kind of runs through his head, you get an image like planted in your head. You see like one of those jumpy things in a horror movie where you see a king, you see a man in yellow like 1,000 feet away, and he's 10 feet away all of a sudden.
I'll kill you too!
Yeah, you almost have that. And so we're gonna give you kind of a trusting versus suspicious roll because you're about to almost stab Dalan on accident.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Alright, let me roll trusting. Okay, let me roll suspicious. That's a wait, hold on. That's a success on suspicious. Which does that mean that I strike or I hold back?
That means that you hold back actually.
Thank Christ! The first time I wanted to roll suspicious.
Yeah.
He goes
Very
to strike,
rarely
and
will
then
I make the vices work in your favor, but it seems Cthulhu
Yes.
oriented to make them work.
It does.
Mm.
He kind of holds back, going, "Wait, hold on. The geometry of this place means
No, there's no
Oh.
geometry in Goratrix's
Yeah.
mind.
yeah. There's no geometry.
I
There's
was
just
with you
is
till
sword
you brought
direction
up
this
math,
way."
and then I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Yeah,
So-
that's a good point. He's
That's a
like, sword
funny shape.
yes, sword direction this way means. Sir Dalan, sorry.
He has a look. Dalan probably experiences like a moment of fear as Goratrix angrily looks at him like he's about to be his next victim, and then fades.
Very sorry about that. I would like to keep his stick.
I don't think any of us should touch that. At all.
I imagine Merlin would probably. Let's maybe kill the other two, and then we can discuss it later.
I saw something strange. It was like a vision, like I was ensorcelled.
Hmm.
It moved quickly, but it looked humanoid. I bet I could take it.
Oh dear.
No, at least it hasn't affected your bravery.
Or intelligence.
Yeah. That's what he didn't say.
Yes. But yeah, is there anything with the killing of this guy? Is there anything else strange happening in this place, in this deep dark cave?
Go ahead and give me an awareness roll -5.
Can I add +5 because of my current valor?
You
or
can
rather,
cancel out the -5 with the +5 and roll flat.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Failure either way.
Okay. And that's Dalan and Edward as well.
Ah,
Okay.
lovely.
-5 for
Great.
your awareness.
-5. Bam.
Minus
Hell yeah!
5.
Look at that. That's pretty sexy.
Whoa!
Ah,
Yeah.
I
So-
still would have failed that by
Failure.
one.
So as you're all kind of chatting, Rykirk's like, Master Dalan,
Yeah. Yes.
are we going down there too? You turn and you see Onion has moved down into the inlet.
Shit. We should probably follow after him. I don't want to leave him alone in there.
yes. We must defend our brother.
Um,
That's
Yeah,
it. I
Dalan-
just
that.
met him today.
Dalan's gonna crouch down and just very, very gently touch the stick, unless Goratrix already grabbed it and I missed it.
Oh, he didn't grab it. He is like,
Okay.
I would like to.
Dalan's just gonna very lightly touch it, just to see if it does anything.
It feels cold and kind of awful to the touch. Like,
Goratrix is going to take out a square of like bandage cloth, and with the certainty of the dumb, just kind of like wrap it around the wood,
he's
and
picking up
he's
poop,
not touching it.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he's picking up poop, but
Yeah.
he's picking up an eldritch artifact.
Okay.
Dalan won't be so careful. Dalan will just pick it up and hand it to Goratrix.
I assume this works.
All right.
Um,
Let's go. Let's
But yeah,
let's follow the
let's
boy.
go in.
yeah, I'd like to just kind of put this on the saddle of my horse and continue following the. We failed the awareness roll, so we probably don't notice if he looks strange or anything. We'll follow Sir.
It's hard to see. He's kind of like a shadowy figure down there. It's like hard to see.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah. Well, just it's
Yeah.
dark.
We get down there and he's hanging upside down.
No, you
Yeah,
can see.
just head twisting.
If you can see anything, it'd be like seeing your friend like 100 feet in front of you in the middle of the night. That's almost what
Yeah.
it's like.
Yeah.
You can see his silhouette,
Full on.
kind of general understanding of him standing there.
Does Rickert, did he bring any torch supplies with him?
He did not.
Oh, you
Actually,
you know what? I
I
take it
shouldn't
back.
say
Your brother's
that.
not proud of you.
I shouldn't say that. please make your squire roll. It should be he is
Squire
right.
roll.
15. So right, was he 15 or?
He's 15.
Yeah. So you roll the squire versus 15.
Okay,
Roll
so
age.
I roll his age.
Yep.
Look at the
Yeah.
lie.
Critical!
I take it back. Your brother is proud of you.
Yeah. He's
What
like,
does
Of course I
yeah?
did.
What does
master."
what does a critical squire roll do? Is
Critical
he just
squire.
he just has multi tools on his belt? He's just got a
He's just got it
just a-
ready. He's like, I thought
Yeah.
we might need this. It was getting dark.
I'm gonna make that my new Twitter handle. Critical squire. That's great.
critical squire.
That's pretty good.
Very well done.
Thank
Alright.
you, Rickert. And torch is up. Let's go. Let's go.
Looks like the apple fell far from the tree.
All right, so a lot of you descend into the inlet, and you see, not so much see as you hear sort of whispers. You see the whispers pick up, and they almost echo in the cave. You can see Einion. He's staring ahead at the wall. As you get a little closer and the fire starts to sort of illuminate the side of the wall, you see a strange shape, a shape you've never seen before. It is beautiful and foreign, almost alien. And the way the bends occur, it just seems very out of place, for almost unlike anything you've seen in this world.
So this is a
Captivates you.
trapezoid.
Captivates you to the
it's
point.
a triangle.
You find that as you look upon it, you're not even able to speak. You're just drawn in by it, completely immersed. You see for a second a figure very similar to what Thomas saw, but it remains far away, standing there. You look up at the sky. Stars are strange. And at this, I'm going to get you all to give me a test. Let me just...
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
When
Oh, no.
vaguely eldritch brainwashing shit starts happening and the DM asks you to make a test, it's never a good sign. It's never
No.
good. It's
Never good.
We're looking
played
forward
Call
to
of
it.
Cthulhu before.
Yep, we changed systems completely.
I am Nyarlathotep. I am originally from the land known
Yeah.
as Saxony.
Fucking Saxon!
Edward goes into a rage. Yeah. Let me just check this.
Oh no.
Anyone or all of you should test your spiritual right now.
Oh, no.
Spiritual.
That's
do
not
I,
good.
Since this is a virtue, do I Add my bonus to it or no?
Yep.
Because it's... Oh, so I do add it?
Mm-hmm. It is the value of being impassioned. If you roll passion and it goes poorly, you're
Yeah.
fucked, right? Like
Yeah.
you can get as far as removed from the actual event. So there is a risk.
Yeah.
It's a high risk,
Yeah.
high reward kind of thing.
So close to a crit there.
Okay, but you succeeded.
Okay, here we go.
Ugh.
Bug.
Okay, I'm hoping I do well. No!
Oh, one
So
off a
close to a
crit.
crit!
The both of us, just in opposite directions.
Yep.
But you know the thing I said about Goratrix wasn't going to be understanding things one way or the other? I think that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
All right.
Shit.
We're gonna end with like a bit of a haunting sort of end here. So Goratrix what would Goratrix do as he kind of breaks free from this for a moment? What would he say? Like what? Because I think you were about to say something and I cut you off. So what was he saying about it?
Your people killed my father. You are no king. Just a false spirit. And I worship greater ones.
You
Now come here.
You find yourself back at the, like, you're not seeing that strange sky that you saw before, and you see yourself amongst the others again.
Oh, he ran away.
You look around and actually I need to test one more. That's probably not.
Hey!
You see the others, you're like, oh, he ran away, right? And Rickart's looking at you like he just saw a ghost or something. He looks terrified. The other three, you hear a little bit like of laughing, and you look and you see Inian, Edward, and Dalan. Their eyes are all fixed on that sign in front of them. All smiles, big smiles on their faces as they just stare at it. The laughing is coming from Inian as he gazes upon it, and with that, we're going to fade to black.
Yeah, with a perplexed, slightly angry look on Goratrix's face. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna make some quick comments because I'm sure, like, if we do ever get a fan base, they'll be very confused by this story and episode. I see no reason why a show like True Detective couldn't use Lovecraftian sort of nods and hints and recant in a game like Pendragon. So I recognize this isn't my Pendragon mashup with everything, but it is a bit of a teaser into something I feel like fits well enough with worms and dragons and, like, you know, the god of Christianity and the devil and Merlin and all that shit.
If the devil really exists.
All that stuff, you tie it all together, and we probably won't be delving into World of Darkness mode or Call of Cthulhu all that often, but this is kind of our little teaser sort of adventure that plays into it.
And then the children of Cain show up.
Christ, Goratrix would die so quickly.
There were a lot of ties to, like, Hastur, and I guess, like, from what I recall, like a bit more of like the sort of like the druidic side of it, right? At least from stylings and everything else. So it makes sense to me that this would be a good fit. I think this would be some fun. Get us out of our
definitely.
normal.
This is a lot of fun. Yeah.
It wasn't expected, but that just makes it better. I mean, the moment we, like, saw all of the yellow robes and we're like, oh, it's not a uniform and these people are doing weird stuff. It's sort of there was this creeping dread effect. I'm gonna stab him so much.
Oh, literally, when I saw the yellow robes, I was like, "Wow, this is funny," because it's kind of like the King in Yellow. Oh no, this is the King in Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
See, I'm somebody who's not actually very familiar with King of Yellow stuff, so, like, this is just a fun little, like, oh, am I dead? Woo! You know, it's a good time. I'm having a good time.
I love Goratrix, and I'm so glad I made that role because I can toe the line between appropriately afraid of things beyond man's understanding and I don't normally understand things anyway.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here, so yeah.
That dog is
alright.
sick.
Yeah, the dog is sick.
It
That dog
kind
needs
of
to go to
works.
the vet.
It kind of works too because your character is very spiritual, and we kind of got to play on that with the
Yeah.
paganism. So it was cool to see that come out after after doing the British pagan moments beforehand, to have you break free
Yeah.
like that. So, all right, guys, that was a great game. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I laughed harder than I have in a couple of weeks or a couple of our last sessions. That was great. So I shouldn't say that. There have been some brilliant moments, but they're usually there's one usually. I feel like that one had a lot of times where I was just
Yes.
really enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Just listening to you guys, not even adding to the equation. I'm Bob. Thanks for viewing and sticking with us. We're gonna keep at a much more steady rotation as we go through. So we'll be back next week unless anyone can't make it. We're moving quickly out of 41 and on to 42, and we've only got a few more years of these characters that I'm starting to fall in love with, and that's bittersweet. I think it'll be neat to see them kind of fall into the secondary realm, and we'll have to play on that.
It'll be. I'm super excited. I love Dalan, but I'm super excited to see what Dalan evolves into after the torch has been passed. You know,
Yeah.
Dalan could go a lot of directions, and I'm really excited to see where they're gonna end up.
For
you
sure.
know,
Yeah.
possibly dead. that is still a distinct possibility.
That is. Considering current circumstances, maybe. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing someone not just vaguely smart, but smart in the wake of Goratrix.
All right, so I don't really have anything to add for outro other than that. I haven't set up any new pieces. Just a reminder, if anyone is watching and they want, there is access to our Discord. You can find these on YouTube the next day. Really the same day, because it's late for most people.
It's already midnight for us.
Literally like a couple hours.
I mean, it's 7 p.m.
I'm gonna think of ways to spice things up. We do have another stream project that's rolling. Actually, it's not. That one's not a stream project and won't be live, but we'll be doing a video RPG project called
Pod Project.
Yeah, I actually forgot the name for a second.
Xanthus.
Xanthus,
Annals of a Fallen Empire.
I can tell it's after midnight if I'm forgetting my own game.
Yeah.
Which is caked all throughout the setting too. It's like forgetting Middle Earth or something. Yeah, that's all I want to plug for now. Thomas, you got anything you want to plug?
No, nothing for me. I am a digital ghost. Perceive me and you will be destroyed. But yeah, I have been Thomas, and I have also been Goratrix, servant of the king and of powers he barely understands, and fervent enemy of powers he barely understands. And kings.
Mark, anything you want to plug?
Alright. Not particularly. Hi, I have been Mark. I hope all of you have enjoyed who are watching, both past and present. Those of you who are watching on YouTube or on the VOD, you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully you guys can see us live. And for those of you who are here live in the chat, hi! Thank you,
Hello.
hope you enjoyed. Yes, and yes, I'm sure you could probably find me in something on the internet. Find 3 of them, get a prize. Other than that, I will probably see you guys next week. Or I won't see you, but I'll probably see you in the chat if you're there. I'm just rambling at this point. Bye, folks!
All right, and then Liam.
But what a lovely voice to ramble with. Hi, I'm Liam. I was Liam. I am Liam. I was Dalan. You can follow me at Twitter at Darth Coakley. My handle is the same on Twitch as well, and I stream occasionally. It's been a delight. I had a wonderful time, and I'm already wishing that it was next Sunday again. So.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun running for you guys. I can't tell if there's actually like a fairly large audience or if that's just a bunch of bots in a room right now. But like I know we have a couple of our stream fam there, but I'm not sure if we've got a bigger audience tonight or if that's
The good news is that I don't discriminate, and I count it as success either way. So
exactly.
When the robot revolution arrives, I
they'll be
mean,
enjoying our content.
yeah.
Maybe they'll hear us. They'll be like, "Thanks for the streams."
I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hooray!
Bye.
Title card music plays.